Hello there, and welcome to the very first episode of Pixelated Unleashed podcast. I'm your host, my name is Brian Wells, and today we are going to dive headfirst into the wild world of advertising, design, and business development. So, in this episode, we are going to explore the incredible synergies between these three fields. We're going to talk about how creativity and strategic thinking drive business growth and emphasize just how important it is to integrate advertising and design into business development. So let's buckle up and get ready for a very exciting ride. But now you might be thinking, who the hell is this guy and why must I listen to him? So I'm just going to introduce myself and tell you who I am, what I do, and why I do what I do. So my name is Brian Wells, as I said before, and I'm the owner of Pixelated Advertising. I also work full-time as a graphic designer and what are they called? Social media manager. That title is unofficial, but I am a senior graphic designer at another advertising agency. So my focus a lot is on pixelated advertising. Pixelated advertising has been going for about 6 or 7 years now. I've been a designer for about 10 years. I never studied graphic design. I studied animation. I dropped out after my second year. I went into work as an animator. I worked on some really, really incredible things. A certain superhero franchise. I was very involved in that process here in South Africa, and yeah, so that's who I am, and I'm here to basically help you understand what it is you need to do to grow your business, to grow or how to advertise your business, how to implement design, advertising, and your business development to help you grow your small business. Even if you want to use these tips and tricks in your own personal capacity, you want to grow your Instagram because you think you're an Instagram model, and you want to grow that. This will help as well. No offense to anyone who's an Instagram model. I'm a Call of Duty. What are they called? Army men. But yeah. So that's who I am, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. I've written down a whole bunch of stuff here that I would like to talk about. But today's episode, it's not going to be a long episode. I don't want to make any of these episodes very long because I know how drawn out some dude sitting in front of the camera can be, talking for an hour about flipping advertising. I mean, come on. So we're going to try and make these as quick as possible and get the point across. So let's start taking a closer look at each of these areas, just so that we're all on the same page. So advertising, my friends, it's all about getting the word out there. It's about promoting products, it's about promoting services or brands to your target audience, and it's using various media channels. We're talking, when I say media channels, we're talking about TV, we're talking about radio, we're talking about print, we're talking about digital platforms, we're talking about social media, we're talking about all of it. It's like being the life of a party and making sure that everyone knows about the cool stuff that you are offering. And design is where things always get visually captivating. Think graphic design, web design, product design. It's the art of making things look awesome, and creating experiences that leave lasting impressions. Design is, how do I put it? So design is kind of what makes your brand go from me to, oh my God, that's amazing. It's really like dressing up for a party and you steal the show. You walk into that door and everyone is like, oh my God, check that. So yeah, and then last but not least is obviously business development. That's where all the magic happens behind the scenes. Business development is all about spotting growth opportunities. It's about building relationships, executing your strategies to make your small business bigger. It's about making your small business better. And what is the most important part? Profitable. It's about making your business profitable. It's like being the mastermind behind the party. It's making sure that everything runs smoothly. It's making sure that you are creating the perfect environment for success. So now that we have a solid understanding of all these fields, we're going to dive into the more juicy stuff about it. You know, the synergies between advertising, design, and business development. So these three guys, these three topics, I'm going to bring it up a lot in the next like 5-10 minutes. You know, they bring very unique strengths to the table, and when they join forces, they really can create something truly special for your business. So advertising, it's like your hype person of the group. Advertising raises awareness and it generates interest in your brand. It's like a friend who gets everyone excited about a party, you know, making sure that everyone shows up and they have a great time. And then on the other hand, design adds the extra oomph to the brand's visual identity. It's the friend who walks into a party looking great, turning heads, and the next morning you're going to go, oh my God, do you remember that person? It leaves that lasting impression. But you know, obviously no good party is a party without a solid plan. And that's obviously where your business development comes in. It's the person who is the strategic thinker who ensures that advertising and design efforts align with your company's goals. They're the ones who make sure that the party is a huge success by carefully planning every detail, from the guest list to the music to the food to whatever else, to the decor. Feels like I'm planning a wedding while I'm saying this. Well, I am planning a wedding, but you know, still same thing, same smell. So now let's talk about how creativity and strategic thinking kind of meshes together. You know, those two things are really the secret sauce that makes all the fields really powerful. In advertising and design, creativity is obviously the game. It's what grabs people's attention. It makes them stop scrolling or flipping pages. I mean, how many times have you gone on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever all the other ones are? You're busy scrolling, and then all of a sudden you stop and you're like, oh my God, I want to watch this. It's funny. It looks amazing. It's whatever the case is. It made you stop, and there's a reason it made you stop. It kind of, the creativity behind what they did breaks through all the noise of everything else, and it makes an impact, and it creates an emotional connection with the consumer, whether it was funny, whether it was sad, whether it was something that you're interested in, or, you know, like myself, like I said, I'm busy planning a wedding, so I scroll through Instagram and just wedding stuff comes up, and it's because it's something right now that I've got a connection with. So yeah, but creativity obviously always needs that partner in crime, and obviously that's where strategic thinking comes in. And strategic thinking ensures that the creativity is focused. It's aligned to the bigger picture of your business. It involves understanding your target market. It involves identifying the key messages you want to convey. And it's also selecting the most effective channels to reach your audience. So when I say that, you know, you think about your business, and let's talk social media, you need to use the right channels. If your business is not necessarily needing TikTok, why would you go and make a TikTok channel? It's not necessary. If your business doesn't need Instagram, why make an Instagram account? If it doesn't need YouTube, if it doesn't need all these, why make those accounts for your business if it's not necessary? And that's where the strategic thinker comes in. You know, we need to talk about the importance of integrating advertising and design into your business development strategies. You see, the days are, and I really have to say this, the days are really gone of keeping, you know, all of these different departments separate. You know, businesses today understand that collaboration between these three fields is really the key to success. And when advertising and design professionals work hand in hand with business development experts, they really can create strategies that hit all the right notes. So one area where integration is really crucial is obviously your brand development. Your brand is your personality of the business, and effective branding involves all three of them: advertising, design, and business development. Like I said, you're going to hear those three words a lot, and they all three of them need to work in harmony. It's about defining your brand's unique value proposition, crafting a visual identity that represents it, and strategically communicating your messages to your target audience. So by aligning your advertising, design, and business development, you build a brand that stands out from the crowd. You want to be the coolest person at that party, and everyone wants to be around that person, and they remember you long after the night is over. You want to be the brand that while someone's scrolling through Instagram, they see your brand like, I need to follow these people, or I need to save their post so that I can get back to them. Or I remember, I drove yesterday and I saw this billboard. I'm like, I remember that brand. I want to contact them. They can help me. So incorporating advertising and design into your business development strategies, it gives you and your company a competitive edge. Today is a very visually driven and media saturated world. So you need to grab attention quick, and it needs to leave a lasting impression. And well-designed, compelling advertisements and visually appealing marketing materials it'll enhance your visibility and your credibility. It's let's talk about parties again. It's that person that has the flashiest dance moves at the party that everyone remembers. It's like the best movie that you watch that everyone remembers. It's exactly like that, but for your brand. So that is the episode. I want to wrap it up. It's been 12 minutes. I said I would get through this as quick as possible, but I would like to keep my episodes 30 minutes long, and we're going to cover it. We will also be having guests. But we did cover a lot today, and I hope you remember those three things: advertising, design, business development. It really is the bottom line of what you need. It's the three things that you need to really make sure that your business is destined for greatness. And when you embrace creativity and strategic thinking and integration, you'll release the full potential of your business in today's very, very dynamic market. So first off, I want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in. This is obviously the very first episode of the Pixelated Unleashed podcast. So thank you very much. I really appreciate everyone that leaves a like. And I cannot wait to bring you more exciting topics in the world of advertising and design, and like I said, business development in our future episodes. We are going to cover a lot over the next few weeks. We're going to cover a lot over the next few months, years. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did have a blast, please make sure you subscribe to the podcast on whatever you're watching this on, whether you're on Facebook, on YouTube. I'm sure this episode will be out on all the listening apps. Apple Music, Spotify, etc., etc. We are going to get there. Also, guys, please leave me a review. I want to know what you guys are thinking. This is my first time doing something in front of the camera, or in a very long time. So I would love your opinions. I would love your comments. I would love your feedback, so that I can make this series more interesting to you. I don't want to be the guy that's just there talking your ear off. But yeah, guys, remember, stay creative, stay strategic, and always unleash your business's potential. We'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.